Hi everyone, welcome to this week's video on detangling and why it matters for fussy hair. I am Elizabeth and I'm being joined by a colleague here,
Jovia.
Yeah, and today we're going to have a quick natural hair discussion on detangling. So let's get started.
So tell us, why does detangling matter for hair?
So our hair loves to get knotted naturally. So if you do not want to have dreads or sister locks, which are both very beautiful and versatile styles, but if you want to remain with nice natural free hair type of styles, you do have to detangle to avoid the hair from getting matted, to keep it simple to style, and for it to look good, of course. Yeah, so I would say it really helps, and in order for you to retain length, you have to be able to detangle well.
Okay. So how do we detangle? What are the tools that we use to detangle our hair?
Alright, so firstly, nature's best tool is our fingers. So you have to start detangling your hair by using your fingers first, and then you can go in with all other different tools we have, which include, we have octopus detangling combs, we have wide tooth combs, we have detangling brushes. The goal for the tools depends on, firstly, what are you most comfortable with using, what do you have access to, and what helps you retain the most length of hair. So you can actually have an experiment where you're trying out like these different tools and you see which one is helping you most. But even as you're using these tools, you always have to start with finger detangling, and then you bring in the tool to help you remove a lot more shed hair.
Okay. What products can we use to detangle? Because I don't think we detangle dry hair.
Yeah, definitely. We have to detangle hair when it is wet, of course. People have the presumption that when hair is wet, it does not break. It still breaks. But the reason why we like to detangle it while it is wet is that it is more flexible. So it becomes easier to work with, and it makes your tools break less hair, so to speak. So you can detangle using flaxseed gel. You can use your leave-in conditioner, and you can either combine it with some water. You first spray a water-based product, you add in the leave-in conditioner. This leave-in conditioner must have a lot of sleep, or you can use some available detangling products, but usually a detangling product just contains a conditioner and water. It's a light conditioner, so to speak. So if you have your own leave-in conditioner, you can use it directly in your hair. You can add it to your spray bottle and add in some water. But personally, I love either using flaxseed gel or the leave-in conditioner straight.
Despite having the tools, some of us still struggle with detangling hair. So how do we do that?
Okay, so this depends on what techniques you're using to detangle the hair. Firstly, you have to always work with your hair when it is in sections, and you must detangle from the tips, which are these ends of the hair, and then you work your way up to the roots. So if you've made sure that your hair is wet, it has a lot of sleep from the products that you've added, you're now going to start gently with your brush. Let's do this practically. First, you're going to gather the supplies that you need. Then you're going to grab a section that you're going to work with. You're going to open your twists, not by ripping through from the roots, but you're going to gently tug the end and first open the mouth of that twist before you go downwards, working your way to the roots. That's the most correct way to open a twist in order to avoid tangles. Let's detangle this twist. Start by opening it correctly, just like we've discussed, before you start with the heavy detangling. You're going to spread the twist sections apart using your fingers. This is how we finger detangle. You are separating each strand so that the products can easily be worked into the strands. So you're going to spray this section with water using your spray bottle. This can be a mixture of warm water with oil, warm water with leave-in conditioner. So now I'm working in the flaxseed gel. Again, you can also use your leave-in conditioner straight to help you with detangling, as long as you're using a product that has a lot of slip. Here's my process. I detangle the ends of the hair first, then I detangle the roots, then I detangle the middle, then I can go through the entire section from roots to ends. Then I finger detangle again before I twist away that section. This section had actually been detangled off camera, so I'm not trying to detangle it so much here, but as you can see, it's in desperate need of a wash. But I was trying to show you what the process looks like when I'm detangling. So that's it. It's as easy as pie and pain-free. Yeah, so always work with the hair in sections. This makes everything easier, especially when you're shampooing. We're tempted to work in sections only when you're detangling the hair, or when you're applying products, or when you're styling the hair. Then when you go into the shower, you open all the sections, and then you want to wash it all at once. You need to wash one section at a time. If you open it off, that's where all the tangling is going to start from. You're going to become very frustrated. So that would be my biggest to do.
Okay, so my takeaway from our session is detangling doesn't have to be painful at all if we use the right products, the right tools, and of course, like we talked about, sectioning and preventative measures, not letting the hair get tangled in the first place. Yeah, I think that's my takeaway from our session.
Okay, great. So thank you all for joining us today, and we're going to have a quick activity for this week, and that's going to be you learning how to detangle by yourself. You're going to pick a detangling tool that you feel is easier for you to work with, and you're going to practice what we've just discussed in this session and give us feedback on how this has changed your detangling routine. So what we would want you to do is keep track of the amount of hair that you're losing while you detangle. For your next 5 detangling sessions, you're going to collect all the hair from the flow, from the comb, from the shower, and take pictures of all of it for that particular day, and say, on this day, this was the amount of hair lost. And then you're going to keep practicing these routines as you keep taking pictures for the next 5 sessions, so that you can see whether you're actually reducing the amount of hair that you lose during any of these detangling sessions. And then you'll be able to share with us in the comment section or in our WhatsApp group. Thank you so much for joining us this week.